last wipe, we got raided. Not just by anyone, by the biggest Zerg on the server. A toxic clan that didn't just take our loot, they made sure we heard about it. We were a trio, they were a swarm. 10+ players raiding 3. It wasn't a fight, it was a statement. They called us noobs, laughed at us, bragged about how easy it was. At first, we let it slide. After all, it was just another wipe. But a few days later, we saw their name again. Same clan, same arrogance. So we jumped onto their server. This time, not to farm, not to build, but for one thing only: revenge. Will we defend again? Will they find us first? Or will we finally bring them down? This is the story of our revenge. And trust me, this time we're just getting started. Our first day was quiet. No big PvP fights, no flashy moments. Just farming, grinding, getting ready. We focused on gathering everything we needed to secure the badge, the same one we fought for last time. Winning that badge would be our way back into the fight. We built up in the exact same spot as before. Same layout, same location. No effort to hide. We wanted them to see the base and remember us. And when they saw our names, they'd know exactly who came back. No encounters with the Zerg yet, no signs of them. But we knew they were there, watching the badge too.
Dragons in the sky, bot miners on file. New blood can't win, gets crushed on arrival. Ain't survival no more. It's just who got the title. 15 days farming, sweating through storms. Built up my base, heavy walls full form. But come last night, boom, 2 oil bombs. Raiders pull up like a damn mafia mob. How they get that? Cheat codes in play. Find their way up, find their way. I farmed real hard, they swiped in a day. GG, my base ain't got nothing to say. Patch notes, cap devs ain't fixing nada. Just drop a new skin pack, Prada and Prada. You wanna survive, better open your wallet. Stack those gems or just uninstall it. Last island of survival? Nah, all in denial. Dragons in the sky, bot miners on fire. New blood can't win, gets crushed on arrival. Ain't survival no more. It's just who got the title. Doors leave broke boys behind. Cheetahs fly high while real ones fall. A dragon in the sky, yeah, that says it all. Clans full of payers, flex with no shame. You farm hours, they swipe and click. Survival, it's survival of the rich. Dragon Rider squad make a poor man quit. New player spawns, gets rated day 2. Quit buttons flashing, what else he gon' do? Islands full dead bots running the show. Guess it's time to leave, games hit a new low. Last island of survival? Nah, it's pay island denial. Dragons in the sky, bot miners on file. New blood can't win, gets crushed on arrival. Ain't survival no more, it's just who got the title. Rest in peace, last island. You had so much cash. Game over. Rest in peace, last island. You had so much potential, man. Now it's just a cash machine. Game over. Yo, this game had so much potential, man. Now it's just a cash grab playground for cheaters. Let's talk about it. Yeah, dropped in the island. Thought I had a chance till a hacker flew by. Did a drive-by dance. Shoot through walls, teleport with no shame. Welcome to LIOs, ain't even a game. Server full of bots, wallet warriors flex. Skill check, nah, it's who's got the bigger checks. You grind for hours, they swipe in seconds. Dev team ghosted, they ain't even checking. Last island of survival, more like last island of surrender. Cheaters running wild in the pay-to-win vendors. Updates broke every patch, just pretenders. I miss the old days, now it's just September. Dead season, patch notes hit, bugs get thicker. Balance like a seesaw, but way sicker. You buy a new skin, congrats, you're the boss. Skill issue, nah, just a credit card loss. Top clans roll deep, full of rich little kids. VIP doors locked, guess I ain't on the list. You grind up here just to get offline raided. Wake up next day, base completely faded. Last island of survival, more like last island of surrender. Vendors, updates broke every patch, just pretenders. I miss the old days. Maybe one day they'll fix it. Maybe one day we'll log in without getting headshot through a wall. Till then, rest in peace, last island. Last island of survival, surrender. Cheaters running wild in the pay-to-win vendors. Updates broke every patch, just pretenders. I miss the old days, now it's just September. Dead season. September. Dead season. Maybe one day they'll fix it. Yo, this game has so much potential, man. Now it's just a cash grab playground for cheaters. Let's talk about it. Yeah, dropped on the island, thought I had a chance. Till a hacker flew by, did a drive-by dance. Shoot through walls, teleport with no shame. Welcome to LIOs, ain't even a game. Server full of bots, wallet warriors flex. Skill check, nah, it's who's got the bigger checks. You grind for hours, they swipe in seconds. Dev team ghosted, they ain't even checking. Last island of survival, more like last island of surrender. Cheaters running wild and the pay to win vendors. Updates broke every patch, just pretenders. I miss the old days, now it's just September. Dead season. Patch no tip, bugs get thicker. Balance like a seesaw, but way sicker. You buy a new skin, congrats, you're the boss. Skill issue, nah, just a card loss. Top clans roll deep, full of rich kids. VIP doors locked, guess I ain't on the list. You grind up gear just to get offline rated. Wake up next day, face completely faded. Last island of survival, more like last island of surrender. Cheaters running wild and the pay to win vendors. Updates broke every patch, just pretenders. I miss the old days, now it's just September. Dead season. Maybe one day they'll fix it. Maybe one day we'll log in without getting headshot through a wall. But till then, rest in peace, last island. Yeah. Yo. This is a wild war. Hey, yo, looking for a fight, just me and the land. But the bots already mined every rock in sight. Auto farmers on deck, mining day and night. Servers dead quiet, like a ghost town. Tumbleweeds blow past, I'm grinding alone. New player dreams, man, they die in a week. P2W king, rich to sleep. Swipe, my whole damn base while I'm out here farming slow grind, no race. They got dragons, they got flying pets too. Me with my bow, like what I'm supposed to do. Dragons in the sky, miners on fire. New blood can't win, gets crushed on arrival. Ain't survival no more, it's just who got the title.
On our second day, we made a simple decision. We needed more loot. Not to fight the Zerg, not yet. This raid wasn't about revenge. It was about stacking up, getting kits, and upgrading the base before the real fight began. We found a base close by. Not huge, not armored. Probably a duo. Looked like the kind of base that would have just enough to be worth it without too much risk. The raid was clean. No defenders, no surprises. Just a few doors and then we were in. Guns, iron, spare, sulfur. Exactly what we needed. We took what we could, left the rest, and headed home.
Clans full of payers, flex with no shame. You farm 10 dollars, they swipe and claim. This ain't survival, it's survival. Dragging by the squad, make a poor man quit. New player spawns, gets raided day 2. Quit buttons flashing, what else he gon' do? Islands full dead, bots running the show. Guess it's time to leave, games hit a new low. Last island of survival, not pay island denial. Dragons in the sky, bot miners on fire. New blood can't win, gets crushed on arrival. Ain't survival no more, it's just who got the title. Rest in peace, last island. Now it's just a cash machine. I hear you typing loud, caps lock king, talking like a god, but you're passing the blame. Buy a dragon, flex and chat, get clapped in the field. Where the skill game at? Little keyboard samurai, swing your Visa card. You ain't tough, you just bought your part. 15 bombs, your daddy's dough. Meanwhile, I'm stacking loot slow but cold. Skill, now they bought it. Thrill, now they fraud it. Keyboard warriors, pockets fat, no grind, no heart, just plastic stacks. Swipe to win, that's your game. Crying chat when you lose the fame. P2W king, thrown a sand. Broke IRL, but rich on the land. You flex your loot, you flex your pet, but skill, nah, you ain't earned that yet. A real survivor, bleed, sweat, scars. You just another shopper, swiping for stars. Swiping for stars. I hear you typing loud, caps lock king, talking like a god, but you paid for your bling. Buy dragon, flex and chat, get clapped in the field with a skill game at. Little keyboard samurai, swing your Visa card, you ain't tough, you just bought your part. 15 bombs, your daddy's dough. Meanwhile, I'm stacking loot slow but cold. Skill, now they bought it. Thrill, now they bought it. Keyboard warriors, pockets fat, no grind, no heart, just plastic stacks. To win, that's your game. Cry and chat when you lose the fame. P2W king, thrown to sand. Broke IRL, but rich on the land. You flex your loot, you flex your pet, but skill not, you ain't earned that yet. A real survivor, bleed, sweat, scars. You just another shopper, swiping for stars. Swiping for stars.
The badge drop, the moment we'd been waiting for since day one. Everyone on the server was watching the skies, waiting to see where the drops would land. For us, this was the start of the real fight, the reason we were here. But then it happened. The Zerg. They got lucky. Their badge dropped in a dead zone. No enemies, no contest. A free badge handed to them like it was nothing. Meanwhile, our badge dropped straight into chaos. A full pack of enemies were already on it. Guns out, walls down. It wasn't just a fight for the badge. It was a brawl for survival. No backup, no Zerg, just us. While they picked up their badge without firing a single bullet, we were stuck in the middle of a war zone, trying to survive long enough to even touch ours. wasn't easy. We had to fight through waves of enemies, outgun them, outbuild them, and hold the point under constant pressure. But in the end, we walked away with it. And after that win, I did exactly what I planned from the start. I provoked the Zerg. Same clan, same arrogance. I wanted them to remember us, and remember what they did to us last time. Last wipe, they raided us on the final day with a full team, called it easy, and laughed like it meant something. This time, we wanted them to try again. But there was one difference. We weren't caught off guard anymore. We knew how they played, the numbers they brought, the way they breached, the timing, the ego. And this time, we were ready. We started preparing immediately, upgrading the base, organizing kits, setting traps, locking down every angle. If they came, they'd be walking into a very different fight.